Hello, hello, hello. It's another thrilling, exciting episode of Coffee Time where I look at the news on the Daily Mail website. Oh, and halfway out there, I got a bit damp this morning because it's raining. And the Daily Mail loves it when it rains, or when it snows, or when it's windy, or when it's really hot, because that means we can get some column inches out of the story. Yes. We've got pictures of people in the rain. We've got great stuff. There's some great stuff here. But in Shropshire, this is Wellington Station, the rain has turned it into the Venice canals. There you go. You've got a good reason for being late there, haven't you? Why was you late? Some rain on the line? Underplay it. But yeah, at Telford's stadium, AFC Telford Stadium, someone had the unenviable job of cleaning that up. I don't know what that is. It's not looking good. But yeah, it's there was a yellow rain warning. Don't drink the yellow rain. Or was it an amber one? I can't remember. But yeah, there's been flooding across the UK because we had a spot of rain, like we always do at this time of year. Yeah, so again, it's Telford's AFC Telford Stadium again. Might need your water wings if you're playing at the weekends, lads. And yeah, this was me. This was me earlier today with the dog. But no, it isn't me. Anyway, and Layla was wearing her coat. So there you go. So she's not. Don't worry, she's not here. She's not. I can't do dog cam. So she's not here. So yeah, it's a little bit wet out there. Yeah, there you go. And it lovely. We've got some airplane stories. Oh, this is good. This is the first one up. Is a story of somebody who's travelling on a flight to India. This was from Chicago to Delhi. Right? And Anit Patel, he paid £4,700 for his flight on a Boeing 777, but he wasn't very happy. Because the 15-hour flight, that the plane wasn't in good condition. I think filthy, rotten, dirty is one way of describing it. And this was the first class cabin. I dread to think what cattle class was like. Yes, it's pretty grim. And yeah, he also said that the in-flight entertainment unit was broken for the entire 15-hour flight. So he just got to see the little plane on the map, I suppose. Isn't that called raw dogging, or is that something else? That thing where you fly and you don't do anything, you just stare ahead and get thrombosis and die. And the worst thing was on Mr. Patel's flight, his soup was lumpy. You don't want lumpy soup. Don't eat the yellow soup. And black stains could be seen on the furniture. That's just grim, isn't it? And yeah, and he wasn't a fan of the samosas either. So poor old Mr. Patel, he got a bit of a rough deal there. Yeah, he said the worst thing was there was no tablecloth over my nuts. What? I don't know if that's the headline. That's the headline. But yeah, he said it was a nightmare. Yeah, sorry to hear about your nuts, Mr. Patel. Oh dear. So we go from one flight to another. Yeah, going from going to India to going down under. And by down under, I don't mean down under to Australia. I mean down under. Yeah, Antonia Sullivan from Rhondda in that Welsh Wales was hauled off of an EasyJet flight. Right. She was going from Tenerife to Bristol. Here she is. Here she is. And you're probably thinking, why? Why? Well, the clue was in the Down Under. Here's another one. Here's the OnlyFans picture, obviously. Well, she appeared at. Oh, here's another one. Here's another one for the dads. Here you go. Well, she appeared at. Was it Bristol Magistrates Court yesterday because her and her partner was dragged off the flight because she was doing a sex act on her boyfriend under a coat. Yeah, minutes after takeoff. Yeah, so yeah, Bradley Smith, her boyfriend, was over her to ask her to. It begins with a W and there's 3 asterisks. I think it's wank. Asked her to wank him off before they were seen arranging coats over his lap. But 3 passengers, including a teenage girl with her mother, spotted vigorous hand movements. No, she's doing the old advert, the old coffee advert. And flight attendants were called. Yeah. Marie Doyle, who was prosecuting, spoke at Bristol Magistrates Court, said after a few minutes the witness was aware that the couple had rearranged some coats over Smith's lap and there followed vigorous hand movements beneath said coat. The witness sitting next to them could see what was happening, while a mother and teenage daughter sitting behind the couple could also see what was going on. The shot girl told her mother, "I can see his bits," but Sullivan told cabin crew she was just rubbing her boyfriend's leg. Yeah, his third leg. But yeah, the couple were taken off the plane by an EasyJet manager and the police arrested them. And it is a picture of an EasyJet plane, just in case you don't know. It's not quite the Mile High Club, is it, really? But yeah, she got 300-hour community work order. No, sorry, was it? Is it Smith? Who's Smith's? No, Smith's the boyfriend. He got 300 hours community work order. Well, Sullivan, the wanker. He's the wanky. She's the wanker. Dear, I'm so demonetised. Got 270 hours community work order, and they were told to pay £100 compensation to each of the 3 witnesses. That was an expensive wank. That truly was. Oh fuck! I've lowered the tone. Oh man, it's not my fault. It's the Daily Mail website. But so there you go. I think there's a lesson there. I'm not sure what it is though. Shall we get on the Troon train? Troon. This is Francesca Needham. It probably goes by the name of Frank, actually. Yeah, this is the story of a transgender footballer. A bloke, basically. Here he is. Yeah, and there's a big brouhaha about playing football for the West End Terriers FC. Because, you know, the men like to. Oh, it's frozen. Oh, sorry, I'm just fighting against the browser here. It's all these pop-ups. They have so many. I mean, I'm sorry, but I don't fancy yours much. Come on, I mean it's not. But yeah, they've been boycotting. So I'm just looking at the pictures. I shouldn't look at the pictures. Oh dear. Yeah. Sheffield teams in Sheffield and Hallamshire Women's League refused to play against her due to safety reasons, because she caused a player to suffer a season-ending broken knee when there was a clash. But yeah, Needham previously was a prostitute who specialised in cheerleader/schoolgirl scenarios. Funny that, they always do, don't they? But yeah, so here he is again. I mean, why doesn't he just play with the men's team? And it says on a prostitute profile, Needham says she was happy to see male and female clients. So and enjoyed a variety of sexual fetishes, including lactation, role play, and foot worship. There you go, same for everyone there. But yeah, it was a mass boycott of Needham's previous team, and and here's the advert that you can book them, which is nice, isn't it? What a wonderful world we live in, isn't it? What a wonderful world. But yeah, a fundraiser was launched to help the injured player. It's just, do you ever get the feeling the world's gone completely barking woo-woo? Yeah, I do too. Look. If you're a man and you've gone through male puberty, you have an unfair advantage over women. Different musculature, denser bones. You're going to hurt and injure women, so stick to the men's team. It's really easy, and that isn't any kind of phobia. It's just sense, because you don't want to hurt anyone. If you want to do that, if you want to live that life, good on you. If you want to do lactation fantasies for paying punters, good on you. Not my scene, but there you go. But don't break women's knees in football. That's the story. That is it. That's the end. What else have we got? Where are the funnies? Oh, we got Mohamed Al Fayed. He used to own the Harrods. Remember Harrods? There's a big thing coming out because here he is. This is a really good, appropriate picture of Mohamed Al Fayed. He's been accused of 19 plus sexual assaults and rapes. Again, I've just been demonetised again by saying the word rape. But yeah, the Metropolitan Police apparently failed to investigate him properly. I can't think why. I don't know if you can. He's wearing a Metropolitan Police hat and sitting in a Metropolitan Police Special Constabulary car with Harrods livery. I can't think why he wasn't investigated properly. But he always was a bit of an odd one. Here he is in his normal guise. He died a few years ago. But I remember him being in. Someone was interviewing him. And I can't remember who it was. And he said the weird thing about him is that he kept going on about his big cock. I got a big cock, he kept saying, it stuck with me. I don't know why. So the Metropolitan Police said between 2005 and 2023, we approached the Crown Prosecution Service on 5 occasions. But yeah, it just nothing happened. Well, he's dead now, so you know. And yeah, so that's more murk at the Met. Meanwhile, the rehabilitation of Prince Has is going on. He's appeared on Jimmy Fallon's show, and they had him screaming and yelping like a small child, and they took him inside a haunted house. You wouldn't get William behaving like this, would you? This is not becoming of a prince. They should have drug tested him first, though, shouldn't they? Really. So there you go. He's probably going to do all the chat shows. It's just. Oh, here you go. Here you go, Mrs. New place to live. Britain's loneliest home. I don't think so. It's on the market, actually. They say, but there is a catch. Personally, I can't see a catch. This is in York, in North Yorkshire. It's a Georgian Grade 2 listed detached cottage, and they say it's the loneliest place. I don't think it's lonely enough. It's not on an island, but it is on an island, if you know what I mean. It's not on an island. You are. I mean, that looks heavenly to me. I think we should put an offer in. It was constructed in the mid 1800s, and from above, it looks absolutely heavenly. No neighbours, just how I like it. and it's on the market for £350,000. Yeah, it's a 2-bedroom cottage, so I'm going to have to dump one of those loser kids of ours, so that's that. So, yeah. There you go. Something to think about. What else have we got? What else have we got? I can't do that one. Can't do that one. Can't do that one. Oh, this is it. I suppose, is it interesting? Animal news, but other animal news. Sir Brian of May, in the band The Queen, here he is with a koala bear. Or is that Anita Dobson? I can't tell. He's quit the RSPCA. Yeah. Not that he didn't work for him. He's the vice president of the RSPCA. Because there's this thing about welfare standards in farming. The RSPCA assured label, which means that produce such as meat, fish, eggs and dairy have been produced to strict standards that exceed the UK's legal requirements, basically have been a bit of a sham. 4,000 farms participate in the scheme, but an investigation by animal welfare people found that many of these places weren't actually, keeping up to spec, and animals were suffering. I put it lightly, but yeah, and this has led Brian May to quit the RSPCA. I think he's been on the board for 12 years. Yeah, he's been vice president for 12 years. He said it was a painful decision and it's left him heartbroken, but there was no option left open to him. And again, that's a man of principle. That's what you do when you don't agree with something. Good for Brian. Good for him. So, have you got Disney Plus? Have you? Do you like sharing passwords? Yeah? Do you like sharing? Well, you better be careful, because Disney Plus are going to charge you for it. They're going to charge you for, seriously, for sharing passwords. Yeah, $4.99 extra a month. Yeah. Wow. That's bonkers, isn't it? How do they know? I guess it's all done via IP address, isn't it? What else have we got? We've got a land battle. Not that kind. Not exciting stuff. Villagers and ramblers are battling to tear down a blockade on a path, which they say has been used as a vital link between two seaside communities for nearly 80 years. This is up in Norfolk. Oh, blimey. Oh, God. I've just seen it's in Norfolk. This is going to be nasty. The unofficial path, which is from the 1940s, was fenced off by a local landowner in 2015, and county council officials refused to enforce the removal of the barrier, as the 1 mile long route between Hemsby and Winterton-on-Sea was never legally recognised as a footpath. A public inquiry has been held to decide whether the controversial route should be made into the right of way so it can be opened again. And it's this route here. Oh, those Norfolkers though, woof. Oh, they can be a right load of sods. And I guess it's probably on somebody's property. And there's I don't know, is that a barrier? Was that? But yeah, so it's all kicking off up in Norfolk. It's all kicking off. Dr. Richard Verschoyle said he used to have an allotment in Winterton, but when the barrier seen behind him went up, he could no longer walk there. He's not angry enough. He's not got his arms folded. He hasn't got his hands in his pockets. Mildly peeved, I'd say he is. Mildly peeved. And retired hairdresser Angela Steggies said the road is too dangerous to walk on, make it more difficult to reach her local shops. Here she is. She's got her hands across her. So, yeah, I think she's peeved as well. But here's some advice: don't live in Norfolk. Just saying. It will save you a lot of grief, and misery and woe. So there you go. Meanwhile, we've got some bad news for Xi Jinping, the president of China. They were launching a new nuclear submarine. They've got a picture of it. It's not a very good picture. It's a satellite picture. Here it is. What the hell is that? It's a nuclear submarine. That's what they reckon. The problem with it is it went and sunk. Oops. Yeah. China's newest nuclear power submarine sunk at a port in, wait for it, anyone want to guess? Wuhan. Yay, Wuhan's back in the news. And the Communist Party are trying to cover up the blunder. They've been trying to cover it up for months, but of course it's all been captured on satellite footage. The Zhou-class vessel plunged underwater whilst being built, with the gaffe first being discovered by US officials who were assessing satellite photos of the Wuchang shipyard. Everybody Wuchang tonight? Everybody Wuchang? The newly built submarine, which features a distinctive X-shaped stern, is thought to have sunk in late May or early June. But there you go. They don't know if there's any nuclear fuel on board, but experts speculate that there might have been. And US officials say that Beijing is yet to sample the water for raised radiation levels. If there are any three-eye fish, you know that there's a problem. And so there you go. So if China tries to sell you a submarine, don't buy it, because it's probably been at the bottom of the Wuhan port. It's a bit damp. It's a bit damp, it is, you say. Yeah, a bit damp. What else is there? Is there anything else? Meanwhile, don't go to India. No, I don't want to go to India. As one British YouTuber found out, Sam Pepper. Oh, it's Sam Pepper. Oh, I'm glad this happened to him. Sam Pepper is the biggest creep ever. I remember him on Big Brother back in the day. But yeah, he ended up in hospital, and this pleases me greatly. There is some footage, because there would be. But oh god, there's a bloody advert. There's always an advert. But yeah, Sam Pepper ate some street food he shouldn't have done, and here he is, and it left him hallucinating and suffering from, well, a major stomach upset. But this pleases me greatly, because he is the biggest creep ever. It couldn't have happened to a nicer fellow. But anyway, so there he is, suffering. And I'm a horrible man. Yeah, he had to go to hospital because he took some marijuana-infused milk, which was made by a holy man, apparently. It was called Bang Lassie. I bet it was. I tell you, you don't want to get high in Bang Lassie, do you? Huh? No, you don't. This was on his trip to Ujjain in Madhya Pradesh in India. Sam enjoyed the drink, but said it wasn't long before he started burning up in bed with fever, all of which he filmed. Of course he did. But yeah, he ended up getting painful green diarrhea. Perfect. But yeah, he's going to be all right. But apparently he's dying. But he's not. He just had some psychoactive milk, like you do. Here he is drinking it. Nice, tasty milk. And really, is that the diarrhea? No, that's Slimer from Ghostbusters. Wow, that's impressive, isn't it? And yeah, this is the fella responsible. That's Rolf Harris, isn't it? Can you tell me what it is yet? Green diarrhea. So yeah, poor old Sam Pepper. I hope he gets well soon. Not. He's probably all right now. He's probably all right. So we go from one shitstorm to another. Where is this? Doesn't say. Where is it? Where is it? This is in China, in the Guangxi region of China. There is some footage. I'm just waiting for the footage. Here we go. Here we go. Here it comes. It may contain. Are you ready? Here we go. That is a sewer erupting, and what you're seeing there is a Poocano. Oh yeah. You wouldn't want to be in the middle of that. So yeah, very impressive. Oh, is this actually some footage closer up? There's some dash cam footage of it. The humanity. Orange shit. Oh God, that's grim. Oh dear. Yeah, so pedestrians and cars were soaked with diarrhea. The sewage pipe exploded. This happened on Tuesday, September the 24th at 11 a.m. And 33 feet into the air, the human waste thundered and sprayed everyone. This is in Nanning, in the southern Guangxi region of China. Unsuspecting pedestrians were splattered from head to toe with human waste as they strolled along the avenue. One driver complained, "I'm drenched in poo. My car is splattered yellow. It's ruined." The blast was so powerful that a digger was flipped over at the roadworks site. But local authorities said that no one was injured by the explosion, but many were covered in shit. What a wonderful world we live in. We'll do some animal stories now. We're going to Florida. This is a Florida story. Hurricane Helena is barreling through the southeastern US at the moment and smashed the Florida coastline with 140 mile per hour winds. But a young fellow was saved. This sailor, he's on his sailboat, became, well, obviously in trouble, but they managed to rescue him and his dog. This was on September the 26th, that's yesterday, off of Sanibel Island in Florida, and they managed to rescue him. But yeah, there's some bad weather happening over there. It's a bit like over here, really. Like this, we're ending as we began, with places flooded. So yeah, but they managed to rescue the fellow and his dog, so that was good. It was 20 miles off Florida after their boat sank. Yeah. So yeah, I was lucky to be saved out of that one. So that's our first animal story. And then we're going to go to, I don't know, I suppose this is a sad story. A duck that was made famous by University of York students for its abnormally large neck. He was known as Long Boy. He was a mallard known as Long Boy, of course. Here he is. He died, yeah. After he went missing for 2 months. Isn't that a shame? Yeah. And yeah, he was at the University of York. I don't know what he was studying. Beaks, I'd imagine. Can you do a degree in duck studies? I'm sure you could. But yeah, he arrived at the University of York in 2019. And they reckon he was the tallest mallard ever to lived. He was over 1 metre tall. But later he was actually measured, and it turns out he was only 70 centimetres. So I think people are exaggerating. But yeah, radio presenter Greg James, right, decided to honour Long Boy by pushing a giant inflatable duck into Scullion's Lake at the university after he unveiled a statue of the beloved bird. There we go. So there's the memorial. It's a bit like one of those Viking burials, isn't it? Did they fire an arrow into it and set it alight? Set it alight with a little bucket hat in there. But yeah, this comes after they unveiled a statue to him. Here he is, look, he's got his own statue. It was a tribute to Britain's most famous duck. This is the first time I've heard of him, so he couldn't have been that famous. So there we go. We honour Longboy. That's it, and we'll end it there. We'll see if any fools have wandered into the chat. Let's see. Master is in. He said, "Am I getting the Queen 1 box?" Probably not. Noah says, "How are you?" "I'm all right." And Noah says, "I'm good. I haven't even asked you yet. I'll ask you now. How are you, Noah? Are you all right?" Yes, he's all right. I've got 7 people in. Just the one like. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. I don't ask for much from this world. But there. Anyway, that was Friday. Have a good weekend, everyone. That was the news. Killing the channel one video at a time. You know, you got to drink it out. Ta-ta. Sorry, Payne just wandered in. He said, "I wandered in the last 10 minutes." So, hello, Payne.